From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll start out here with the option left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play, and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 38, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Purdy's throw complete there to McLeod. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. They'll try and run right on the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone there.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. Finding room at midfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
He's got the hook up to McLeod.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He's going to keep this again. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Gould is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the defense are able to force their first try.
On the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw, Heineke.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd and 8 coming up. Once more, Gibson.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Heineke on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Heineke. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. On 2nd and inches. Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Again, it's Heineke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, Heineke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke being chased out left. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Heineke now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. And in the red zone, this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Heineke's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Heineke. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point drive. 1st and 10. Heineke on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the counter, Gibson. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 16, Heineke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Heineke. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the play fake, and now Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Heineke. Now he's forced out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And this is caught, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Second and 4. Throwing here, Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Second down at 4. They'll go again with Gibson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he's got this down to the 35.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Gibson again.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 94 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. By 1 point, that got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.